but please keep some piece of paper and pen or maybe a notebook with you to make certain queries and questions, because teaching is not a one-way traffic. It's a teaching, learning. It's a two-word. And that means that if you listen, you must be able to speak. If you write, you must be able to read. And then only it is going to be go in the right direction. So you must have some queries and doubts. And after my session, definitely you will be in position to ask me certain questions for which we have more interaction. And I always prefer the interactive sessions more. And sometimes it is in a very interactive mode. Look at here what we are going to discuss today in next 40 minutes or 45 minutes. We are going to discuss the future of education, especially for a country like India, which is going to be the one of the largest country in this world. I think as and when this result is going to be out within the next 6 months, we are crossing even China in the population point of view. When we talk about the largest country in the world and every sixth person in this world is Indian, then you know our so many other responsibilities are equally weighted. And education is the one of the most significant tool to make a country ahead, to become not only superpower, to a super facilitator. Today we say proudly that our country is giving a vaccination to many countries. Our country is giving services to the many countries. Our Indians are doing amazingly in the different parts of this world as a IT specialists or doctors or engineers or nurses, any kind of things. If they could get the good education in our country, then only they are excelling. Otherwise, it was not possible for them to do this. So here, the point which I just want to be put before you, how this online distance education trend, education through social media, global graduation, what is the credit-based curriculum, internationalization of campuses, and AI, artificial intelligence enabled flipped classroom, and of course, not at the least, virtual classroom system through which we are discussing today. So I think these are the components, these are the ingredients of the talk today which we have to take care. Okay, I'll touch the very first areas of future education. Social media plays an important role. You must be thinking, I'll tell you, the moment all of a sudden the lockdown came in 21st of March, we all were at home and teaching was going on. Do you find any difficulty? Sir, nobody will come to the college and who will see the notice board? How to make reach to our students that we are coming from this Google Meet or maybe a Zoom, or how to send them link? Nothing. Nobody worried. Reason is very simple. Whole class is on WhatsApp group. Forget it about the class. You know one thing? I did my BTech in 1993. At that time, we used to write the inland letters to each and our friend, you know, someone from Tamil Nadu, someone from Maharashtra, because I studied in Karnataka, so my many friends are in South. Many left for other countries like US, UK, Europe, and we used to be. Then later on, we switch over to the emails. And today, I think whoever is listening my voice, attending this session, they must be agree. They definitely have one group of their school friends and one group of their college friends, alumni group on WhatsApp. I am 101% sure. You must be having. Forget it about the LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter, etc. These are the secondary. I am talking just WhatsApp. Just see the power of the social media. How we got connected even at 20 years old friends through this kind of social media tools, and how it is easy for the education to be. You know that the organizers approached me simply through email. Later on, we exchanged the WhatsApp, and you got a link, I got a link. I sent a link today morning to many of my friends, those, because when I put a poster on a Facebook, link was not given, but they wanted to join. They simply asked me the link on a WhatsApp. I simply broadcasted it. This is the beauty. If you want to give the latest and very aggressive manner of education, social media helping you a lot. The moment you are watching something, maybe on television, maybe on a newspaper, you can share with your students, your learners. Look, this is what I could see, and this is the part of our teaching. You must take it a note of it. And since it is a distance, earlier the days, the situation was different. You used to be come to the class at 8, you leave the campus by 4:30 or 5, and after that there is no relation with the campus. You are at your home, your labs are locked, your rooms are locked, your library is locked, and you are at your place, maybe in the hostel or maybe in your home. Is that institution? Now, being this digital mode or this social media, we have institution available 24/7. Yes. If you doubt, just go to swam.gov.in, just go to MIT edX, just go to Coursera like sort of platform. Where you left your talk yesterday or half an hour before having your meals, you can resume back. Not only resume back, you have a doubt, you want to rewind, you want to re-listen to your teacher, you can. Teacher is waiting for you, you don't have to wait for the teacher in the class. That is the beauty of this, and that's why the distance learning can be taken a very bright future through online mode. Yes. Today, in this talk, I think I have to be mapped with the national education policy, what national education policy says. You want to understand about national education policy, I will be keep giving the features. Feature number 1, they talk about ODL, online distance learning. Why? There is a reason. As of now, in my country, the gross enrollment ratio for the higher education is just 28, a little more of that. Means out of 100 students, those complete their matriculation or even a 10+2, they are not going to the higher education system like your colleges, universities. On the other side, if you see the total number of universities and colleges, only India having highest number of colleges and universities as compared to the whole other countries existing in this world, including China. But still, with the less number of universities, China could reach to 60% of gross enrollment ratio, and the population is almost same. It's a matching. Okay. 80% of the gross enrollment ratio we are finding in US. And you see the universities can be counted on fingers. We have around 920 universities as of now today, central university, state university, private universities, deemed universities, law universities, specifically central universities, musical universities, languages universities, medical universities, something. But still, only 28%. Is that way? Because we are populated, I do agree. Note, population is only one challenge. The second challenge is our diversity of the area. You go to northeastern states. If you've been sometimes, you can understand. Going from one place to another place, how difficult it is. And go to Jammu and Kashmir sometimes. 6 months you can't even travel out because of the complete snowfall. How we do manage? Through this online system. Sitting at home. This is what we learned in last 16 months, sitting at home. I got connected. Suppose if this session could have been conducted by Matsur University and they could have been invited me to the Madhya Pradesh, I could have to fly over there. So my travel, 2 days, 1 day stay there. And you all have to come from the different parts of the country. Like someone is joined from Tamil Nadu, I could see. Someone joined from, Punjab, as well as someone joined from Bangalore, I know that, who's listening to me. So how it could be possible? Because of this online system. So that's why this is the one of the best tool we have now to make this tool more successful. How these tools can be used? Look at here. Virtual classroom, I think you know well. Video conferencing, we are doing like a Skype call, a Zoom call, Google call. Mobile learning, it's an amazing tool. Many of the applications as of now, they are totally on mobile. Suppose I talk about the Byju's, I talk about the SWAM. These all tools, these all platforms equally compatible to the mobiles. You can attend the lectures. You can submit your quiz. You can submit your assignments with the attachment of your file or sometimes audio files. One day I was traveling in a bus. And I wanted to have the session with my students. I simply wrote on a WhatsApp group, now time starts. Every student has to speak on this topic for 3 minutes and submit on a WhatsApp itself. 30 students, I got 30 audio files. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. I was using my earphone. While traveling itself, I could hear the 3 minutes audio of my students. I given a grading there itself. You got 8 out of 10, you got 7 out of 10, because content. I just want to, because at the time, he or she is going to speak out because it's the immediate quiz. I never given a time. I said this particular clock is going to be closed by 6 minutes. So as the moment you read the message, press the mic button, start speaking about Megger, start speaking about 3-point starter, applications, features. What basically the National Education Policy 2020 says, they are emphasizing on OBE, outcome-based education, outcome-based evaluation. And this outcome-based education is totally based on one of the taxonomy, which is given by the Bloom's, and we call it as a Bloom's taxonomy. We're starting from the first level of remembering, then moving to understanding, then analyzing, and finally we are reaching to creativity. The creation, there are 6 levels as per the Bloom taxonomy. Sometimes we'll get a time in future, I will conduct one session only for examination reformation, which is the special one session AICT required from all the institutions to be conducted and have their examination reformation is the most important. Because during my time and your time, it was a question like define this, explain this, discuss this, describe this with this, neat sketch. No way. These kind of questions are not acceptable, at least in a graduation classes from second year onwards. You have to have the questions in a very real world touching. That's a difference. Internet learning. I don't know what you do, but I do ask my students to please bring mobiles in class. And when the mobile started, we generally say, no, mobile is not allowed in the class. I said, no, without mobile, I can't teach you. You know why? You will find here one tool I'm using, education with gamification. You know what kind of gamification? From last couple of years, I'm conducting a quiz in a class through Kahoot, through Hot Potatoes. Today I'm talking, tomorrow you will explore it. Those already know about it. They must be agree with me how interesting it is. I simply create a quiz. I have my laptop with me or I have my mobile with me in the class. I start the quiz. They will read the question. They will press the button. It's the fastest finger first. And by playing itself, they are submitting their quiz and they're getting their marks there only itself. And we get the class analytics, rubrics. How many students are good in reasoning? How many are in knowledge base? How many are in the complex problem solving? So we could get, this is the best rubrics which we have to submit for the NAC and NBA. This is what the accreditor asked me. What is your progression, students' progression, teaching, learning? How many students could understand your complex problems and resolve the complex problems? And this quiz, when they are going to open the questions, you can decide the timing as well as you are in the class. Let them use a new piece and paper and solve the numerical also. Then they will press the button. Some question is for 2 minutes, some questions for 30 seconds, some questions for 10 seconds. Just see the customization, the diversity of the tool. And students are happy because they are happy with their mobile. Today, students don't prefer to go to the library to open the books. They are very much preferred to the laptop, desktop, mobiles, iPad, etc. They are screen savvy nowadays. So why to ask them to come by force to the library? Let them read the PDF file, ebooks, etc. Voice facilitators. Today, you are listening me. After 3 years, you will be using it. How fast the revolution is coming in education system, especially from the AI tools, that is artificial intelligence and IoT. you never know how fast it's going to be change your life. What is voice facilitators? I'll tell you. I'm working on this also. Uh, I'm taking class from last 20 days. There is a one machine in the class which is recording my all sessions smartly. And this machine is totally AI enabled. They understood my voice. They understood my voice methodology, modulation, everything. My way of pronunciation, my grammar, my narration, everything. All my attributes has been captured. Somehow, next day I could not go to the class. Students are very much keen to have my lecture, but today I'm not available. Topic is there. As per the flipped classroom, topic has to be shared 1 day prior to coming to the class. Will come on later. Although in one day, one session, it's not possible to teach you blended learning, flipped learning, and of course, open education resource. It requires one complete FDP. Maybe in future we'll conduct FDP and you will be able to create your own MOOCs. I promise you, once you will attend this 1 week FDP, you will be able to create your own MOOCs, massive open online courses on for a LMS system or maybe for universities. If your university is now as a NAAC accredited, you can have your own MOOCs through ODL. So why don't you start creating your MOOCs and get the benefit? And from wherever you are listening me from your different parts of the country, you must think on it, because future is with MOOCs only. You trust me, 40% choice-based credit system already government already allowed. UGC, if you doubt, you can go to UGC channel, UGC website, and you can find out there. So what I'm talking about the voice facilitators, just understand. Today in my absence, that machine, that robot, or that device is going to give the lecture in my style only, because content is there, presentation is ready. Only I'm missing. If I'm missing, if you will not see even my face, hardly matters. Today, if you will don't want, if I'll switch off my camera, do you think that you will disconnect? No. You'll say, sir, your voice is coming, your PPT is coming. So why to see your green turban for a 1 hour? No need. We are listening to you, sir. And I think we connect with the content, not with the body. The content is important. Body is not important. You are going to the classroom. It doesn't matter which kind of perfume you are using. It doesn't matter which kind of dress material you are using, although it should be very soothing. It is the different another way how to be appear as a teacher attire. That is a part of the MOOCs when we are going to do. So voice facilitator, the students will give a feel like, oh, my teacher is there. I'm listening my teacher where I am. Next, the most important tool, which is going to be the part of your teaching and learning in coming years, Alexa, Google Assistants like devices. You know Alexa? I think most of you know Alexa. If you don't know, you please go to Amazon. You find the features of Alexa. And I think if you have a kids at your home, they must have demanded something. Papa, buy Alexa. I need Alexa to be play my song, to Alexa to be switch on my AC, switch off my television. Yes, your house, if you have ITV, you have a latest refrigerators, latest air conditioners, they all are Google Assistant enabled or Alexa enabled. Yes. Means you don't have to command to the servant or to your spouse or to your children when you feel lazy to be switch off or switch on. Even your fan speed, generally it happens. When we start to sleep, we need a 5 speed of fan. But in midnight, we feel sometimes chilly and we say, let the speed. But due to this, nobody will go till the regulator point and make this fan low and high. It is Alexa which is next to you, not sleeping, 24/7 listening to you. This is assistant. And how it's helping us, this already the pilot project completed by ASU, Arizona State University, US. They asked every students to bring their Alexa in the classroom. Alexa, don't disturb anyone. It's just blinking one LED and it's capturing. If you want to capture, it's capturing. You can make it female or male or even whatever you want to make a gender. Yes, you have a features to make it this. I'm spending more time on this because it is going to be your future. Alexa is listening what you are listening in the class. Alexa will come back to your home through your bag only. It's a small, speaker-like sort of device. At home, you are start learning, making notes, revising, and all of a sudden you got stuck up. Alexa, what ma'am told today during this particular session? Alexa has all recording. Alexa will repeat in the ma'am's language itself what you want to be. Note the whole lecture from that particular part, that particular component. This is the programming, this is AI. Alexa, can you translate in Kannada? I'm not understanding this level of English. Ma'am have very good English, but I don't have. Oh, yes, Alexa can translate in your regional language. How beauty. Just see. It's a device which can be charged with your same adapter of mobile. It's not costing even more than 13,000 or even 7,000. This is going to be your future teaching and learning. Someone is required with you to be. Earlier, what we do, we used to call the neighbors' sons and daughters, beta, homework kar lo, sit together and do homework. Mera beta akela hai na, because I have only son. So he's not doing homework. He's not having proper food. It is called peers learning. In the presence of peers, you do play, you do study, you do eat well. And nowadays, most of the families having one or two. Most of the families, I think, having one. They need one who can understand their psychological attributes. This is what. Look at the growth in the social media terms. If I'm saying the social media is going to be a big tool for the education, if I'm saying wrong, you can prove it. Yeah, I'm totally right. Just see the contribution, how much contributing the social media. Just see that so many daily apps are coming on the mobile and we are touching this area. How it can be used. Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, LinkedIn, Ning. For the bookmarking, Dig, Delicious. These are the tools for education. Yes, Flickr. Clicking a photograph of any machine, any device. And Flickr means immediately you can share. Or Photo Bucket, you can put it. You are making PPTs. I missed to be right over here. SlideShare. I have so many PPTs. You just upload on the SlideShare. It is yours. If you want to publish, like a YouTube, you want to publish, you can publish. You want to make it private, you can make it private. Photo sharing, video sharing, like iMemories, bloggers, WordPress, Typepad, Blogger, and wikis. Everybody knows about wikis. I don't have to say what is the wikis. Today, anything, whether it's 1,000 years old historical point or whether it's going to be the future of tomorrow, I think we will find on Wikipedia. Wikipedia is a very amazing encyclopedia, digital encyclopedia, I should say. So with this, social media will change the teaching and learning style, because teaching students how to learn in an informative economy, the providing students with access to the professional networks, and modeling a lifelong learning practices. TikTok. What is that TikTok? I ask my students to be record your TikTok, not only for the funny things, TikTok for my lecture, for my topic, and submit to me. With this, they are improving their command, their confidence, their wearing sense, their talking sense. They will look like an engineer because they have to come before the camera. End of the day, it's a TikTok. But they are playing and they are learning. This is what, and it's a free of cost. We have the free college education and all cloud, YouTube cloud is free, Google cloud is free for the students. Even Amazon is now giving a free cloud to the many universities for under the AWS Academy, for which I'm advisor now, national level. Any university wants AWS, you can write me, you can just ping me, I can support you from AWS. Look at this top 10 learning tools which we discussed and how they are going to be suited. This is what I have just briefed. Okay, come to the next topic, curriculum. What kind of curriculum? We do have already curriculum. Every university have their own curriculum and they are revising very well. They have the board of studies, they have the academic councils, they have the Senate. Even the UGC has the model curriculum. Then why, sir, you are touching the curriculum board over here? I am not touching the curriculum in the course point of view. I am touching the curriculum in the delivery point of view. You have to redesign, you have to reinvent, or you have to reimagine. Because when you are teaching digitally, I'll tell you a simple thing. During my time, my mathematics professor used to come in a class. I have a great respect for my teachers. First, I should say this. But it was the time, that time. It happened with you and me. He started writing a Newton's-Raphson method. Whole class he used to write on a blackboard. And we just noting down on the copy. Big binomial theorems, blah, blah, integration, third order, second order. Later on, we realized where we will use in our life. It was very difficult to understand, but we did it because it was a part of the curriculum, part of the syllabi, and we have to get the credits to get the degree end of the day. So many, sometimes illogically, irrelevant, unwanted content has to be get delivered and has to be get by heart, not understanding, by hearting it, because it's a part of the degree. Now, because of digital, students have a choice to go for the choice-based credit system. If out of this subject, if I take this subject of my passion, of my interest, I think I'll be a great engineer. Who stops me if I do the classical music along with my computer science and engineering? Nobody can stop. Reason being, I left one particular area of computer science which I don't want to be pursued. And I ask you one simple question. You all must be agree with me, or ask anyone. You did 68 subjects in your BTech, 68, on an average 68. How many you used in your life? Just tell me. If even becoming a teacher, you have not touched more than 10 to 15. Those which you are teaching in your area because you pursued the MTech, narrow down to 10 subjects. Then you did PhD, 2 subjects. If you did in EMFT, you will talk only electromagnetic field theory. You will never talk about the electrostatic even. You say my area of specialization is electromagnetic. I will teach you some wave antennas. I will teach you something maglev or bullet train. What about the electrical machine sometimes, or transmission distribution? I'm just talking in an engineering point of view. So it does mean that the curriculum which suits to the students' employability index, passion, all 60 students will go to the one industry? No. All 60 students will do only the job? No. So let them select what they want to be do other than competency period. Every degree must have a 70% competency area. That is your competency core subjects. Rest are value-added courses. That's what NEP says. New Education Policy has brought down some ethical courses, professional courses, edge-cutting technology courses. Look at the past trend. We have one standard blackboard, standard classroom, same bench. That's why we used to go after 10 years after passing out, clicking the photograph. Please click a photograph. I'm sitting on same bench where I used to be, because you go any city in this my country, India, you will see where there is a shop, there is a mall. Where there is a small bus stand, there is a plex, multiplex with a bus stand, with KFC, with the Boston, many good outlets. Go to the school, same gate, same doorbell, same blackboard. Why? If we can, outside world, we revolutionize so much. Look at, we started our journey with the cycle and we are in the Mercedes. Can't we make our schools and colleges to be most happening places in this world? How? We have to bring a smart classrooms. We have to bring a flip-flop classrooms. That's what the change has to be brought. So that this is the current trend we are touching. We are leaving one thing and we are touching something new. But I'll tell you one thing. I never be giving any kind of suggestion that chalk and duster can go away. Chalk and duster will never go away. Chalk and duster is our base. On the base, we have to have some ice. That is the digital content, the digital pedagogy, the techno-pedagogy. You should be technological savvy. Don't leave the roots. Roots are same with the Gurukul only. Only your delivery pattern, methodology is going to be a tech savvy, nothing else. These are the certain delivery tools. You are using today Google Suite. Sometimes you use GoToMeeting, Cisco WebEx, of course, Adobe Connect, many more. We have BlueJeans, ReadyTalk, of course, Skype, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, amazing tools. And because of these tools, you have this kind of evaluation also feasible. I talk about this Kahoot, Hot Potatoes, and Google Classroom. And just see the amazing thing nowadays you can find on Amazon, one writing pad. Yes, what is that? It is a Bluetooth enabled or maybe a USB enabled. You write there, it is written on the screen. What to put on screen? Whiteboard, Microsoft Whiteboard, or a Jamboard of Google, free of cost. Whatever you're writing, because student needs your handwriting. If you are solving the solutions, problems, equations, mathematics, or maybe any diagrams, nowadays they are at home. How to reach out them? With the help of these kind of tools. This is what called a techno-pedagogical transformation. You are teaching with your same handwriting. Instead of chalk, you're having a stylus. We call it as electronic pen stylus. And that device is not costing more than 8,000 rupees. It's an investment from the teacher for the students, for the future. And this is what, and we are getting all the rubrics, whenever you ask for the accreditation part, your 250 marks are based on the CEOs, POs mapping, how to become your course outcomes to be get mapped with your program specific outcomes and all this. This is called rubrics to be get mapped. And many of the teachers still don't know how to maintain the rubrics in the Google Classroom where this feature is available. And we never used it. If you start using it, you will liking like anything. Google Classroom, you might have started in March. I started 3 years back. Reason because I was creating a SWAM for this country, being a director, AICT and SWAM founder director. I realized the power of these kind of tools. That's why I brought in my lifestyle. And today I feel so comfortable while evaluating my students with the help of these kind of tools. So future education trends are going to be different. Teachers will deliver soft skill rather than academic technical expertise. I'll tell you one thing. You must be agree with me. You don't give 10 lectures of your subject. Students will never fail because they know how to reach out to that content, either through ebooks, either through library, either through Khan Academy, or maybe through SWAM or maybe some other, because content is everywhere. But if you will miss 10 lectures of counseling or soft skills or capacity building or confidence building, I think you missed. Your students lose something because your main area of giving education is, of course, sharing a knowledge. And knowledge, not only the knowledge which you grasp through the books. End of the day, it's a books, means first books to you, then you to them, means A to D, then D to A. Analog to digital, then again digital. Let them to be directly analog to analog. Why you come in between? But you required, because you are a teacher, you are a role model, you have to be a digital teacher. You give them tools, you give them ideas, you ignite them, you motivate them. But in a digital world, let them explore more. So courses might be 80% practical, 20% theory. I'm not saying, NEP says, National Education Policy says, we are going for the project-based learning, PBL. Very soon we are bringing. That's why the virtual laboratories come on the SWAM. You go to the SWAM, you will find the virtual laboratories. Yes, students can do the simulators. And today, I think 80% of PhDs in my country in engineering area, especially in the mechanical, electrical, electronics, communication, simulation. How many labs they are doing foundering and forging, welding and all? Nobody is doing, because they understand it is easy, it is cheap, and it gives a variety of iterations. We are launching a satellite sitting in a lab through laptop. Otherwise, to constructing a satellite or making a satellite, it's a huge investment, Which institution can afford to make a satellite? No, it's not possible. So both teachers and students would work in new technology, especially AI-enabled classrooms. This is what I just want to say. I'm emphasizing on AI more, and you must be thinking, why I'm talking about AI more? I just want to give some scenario on this area. It's too young, and it is a tool. You see, the journey started somewhere in artificial intelligence 1950s, when engineering of making intelligent machines we started, like washing machine. Oh, we press a button and it is rotating. Earlier, it was a radio-like sort of thing. So you are tuning through capacitor, condenser. Then we reached to the machine learning, ability to learn without being explicitly. Means you given a command, fully automatic machine. Hurry, I got up at morning and my clothes were dried inside the machine. We call it as fully automatic, neurofuzzy, ANN, artificial neural networks, blah, blah, blah. Today, where we are, deep learning. Even you don't teach, even you don't tell, I'm listening you, I'm understanding. This is what the kid do at home. Whatever the parents do act in house while eating, while speaking, while walking, your son and daughter simply follow it. You never teach them. They learn by virtue of feeling you, listening you, watching you. And this is called a deep learning. These are the three basic machine learning levels. Supervised learning, you say to your son, I am standing here, you pedal the cycle. I will hold you when you are going to about to fall. Unsupervised. Okay, now 10 days rehearsal over. Today you go alone and do cycling. He will do. Third, reinforcement. Papa, today there was a need of hour to make you to reach hospital. Although I never tried a car earlier, but today I was sitting on a steering and I could manage to make reach to the hospital. What is that? How you could do it? Papa, I was having some approach daily watching you doing, although you never taught me, like as you taught me how to pedal a cycle. This is called reinforcement learning, an approach to AI reward based learning, which has the next level of that. If the tools can be that big, and tools are made by human mind, it means our human mind, our young aspiring mind sitting in a class, they have the huge energy, ideas, innovations. We have to just give them three types of learning. One, supervised. Second, unsupervised. And third, creativity. Let them to create. This is called Bloom taxonomy. Bloom taxonomy given us 6 levels. I am teaching in 3 levels. This is my type of machine learning. You may call it as my copyright. Look at to the Indian education scenario. Look at, even it's a 2 years old slide. I have taken somewhere 2019. 2 billion plus USD AI in India education market. It does mean that every school, every college, every university is going to be AI enabled classrooms. And then why we are looking for? We should be get technology ready, because whenever the investment will happen by government or private institution, you should be the best teacher. Otherwise you will be nowhere. This is what happened, when in the banking sector computers came, all of a sudden VRS came, voluntary retirement scheme, and a huge number of officers, managerial rank, deputy general manager rank, they got voluntary retirement. Reason, they never cope up with the technology because they were never ready to learn the new things. They were very much happy with their ledgers, with their, issuing a draft manually, doing the vouchers, checkbooks. Then vouchers, checkbooks replaced by ATM. ATM replaced by credit card. Credit cards now replaced by UPI. And forget it. Now UPI is going to be replaced by cryptos. You must be thinking what I'm talking. Just listen today. Tomorrow you will email and tell me after 1 year or maybe a couple of years, sir, everywhere is a crypto. Today you are only learned about Bitcoins. Every university is going to have their own currency, cryptos. The moment they are going to take admission, they have to deposit the money and they are converting to the credits of the cryptos. Oh, you did today NSS service, you got today 10 cryptos. That is called encrypted currency. You will use it to learn your online course. You will use it to submit your examination fee. No scholarship will come in the form of checks or NEFT or RTGS. It is crypto. And end of the day, when you leave the campus, leave the college, if you earned some cryptos, it is going to be converted to credits. You go to other university for higher education, the credits will go with you. Academic bank of credits. New education policy is bringing ABC, academic bank of credits. Students can carry their credits in the form of FD wherever they go to the next institution, because I already learn this additional knowledge which I don't have to relearn over there, and I will go to the next level. Yes, it is also the part of new education policy. What Microsoft says, the 50% of leaders in higher education say AI is a game changer in their institutions. And it was 2 years old story. Today, I think 30% of the education leaders says AI is a game changer. See PwC, the top 4 bodies, one is a PwC, other than KPMG and E&Y. what they said in the survey. Only one area they did survey, that is in the pharma, somewhere 2 years back. They said by 2030, $15.7 trillion global output based on the AI. We are about engineering. What about the healthcare? What about the biomedical? See, so much area. So it is going to be the part. This is again survey by IMA and PwC. 49% of the companies have implemented AI solutions in their business and they are reaping productivity benefits. So students should be well versed now only. Either they are doing civil, either they are doing BCom, either they are doing BBA. They should learn this tool. As you learn Microsoft Office. How you learn Microsoft Office? There was no teacher. You learn by practice only. Today you can do very much on Word, Excel, PowerPoint. Have you ever taken a course? I'm sure you have not taken a course like me. I just learned because of the manual. Similarly, many students do learn C language, C++, etc. This is one tool which can be learned by anyone and can implement in there. So teacher and AI collaboration is going to be leveraging the best attributes of machine and teachers. The vision for AI in education, one where they are work together for the best outcome of the students. The time my mathematics teacher was spending 60 minutes to just writing on a blackboard. And when the next class he comes, again blackboard is wiped out because so many lectures happen in the same. So now we have to study from the notebook only. And sometimes we noted down the wrong. Instead of 5, I put pi or something. Because of AI, whatever he wants to display, the equations will display with the single click because it is already there in the book. Why he has to read from book and then write on a blackboard? 1 week my chemistry teacher spent on a blackboard to teach us the periodic table. Every day he comes and make 3, 4 blocks and writing helium, calcium, nitrogen, their atomic weight, atomic mass. Today with a single click, when my whole table can be displayed on a screen, what the use to be writing on a blackboard? Go ahead, do experiment, do analyzing rather than mugging the table, which position of aluminium, which position of helium. I think my half of the metric went on this only by learning the periodic table. So some of the popular AI applications in society, very soon you are going to get self-driven cars in India, not on the roads, but on the airport runways, like a shuttle buses, or maybe a trolleys in your Max mall. You are putting your grocery and they are just following you wherever you are going. So real-time face recognitions at airport, at classrooms, taking attendance by face eye retina, because now your students will come with the mask in next year when they will come to the campus. How to take attendance, how to recognize in examination, eye retina, or maybe their thumb biometric. These are all human genome projects. Amazon, Netflix algorithms, AI composers, handwriting recognitions, email marketing algorithms. With a single click, every Indian get a mail. Kal Modi ji ki man ki baat aa rahi hai. You get also SMS, I too get SMS. You get mail, I too get mail. Within a single click, the whole emails are going to be get networked. So this is the AI to the quality of education. We can bring so many ICTs. What I told about Alexa, I told about voice facilitators. But I tell you one thing. I never be an advocate to say that send a robot in a class. No, never. Don't do this disaster to education system. Without IQ, without EQ, nobody can teach to someone. There should be an EQ. A robot doesn't have the EQ. If it is so, then tell me when the robot is crying. I never saw a robot crying. Robot have a machine language, not a human language. Human has a PQ, SQ, EQ, IQ, and as per me, which I have copyrighted in India, NQ, naughtiness quotient. Until unless your childhood is alive, you can't be a living stress-free. You must be in a depression or some type of depression which does not require a medication, but you are in depression because you get irritated. You get frustrated very soon. You are violent sometimes. You want everything in a shortcut way. This is one sort of beginning of depression. And if your childhood is zinda, naughtiness quotient, you will be always happy because you play and you do. You play and you eat. You play and then work. End of the day, we are doing work. Whether you do it happily, whether you do crying. So this is what Robots should not go as a teacher, but teacher can have the robotic skills, that is technology skills, I mean to say. The changing role of the educator. Any teacher will tell you how will work up a majority of their time that could be better spent using the specialized training. I simply use one quote here. Whenever you read any interview of the UPSC toppers, any interview through Competition Success Review magazine or maybe on Blogger or maybe on net, they must mention one thing. What is that? Personalized learning helped me a lot. Although I attended coaching center, I took mentoring from one of the mentor, but still I need a space. I need my personal time to go through with my contents, my books, my notes, and my thought. That's important. And for this, AI is helping you a lot. Alexa is helping you a lot, which differentiated and individualized learning. AI being more sophisticated, it might be possible for a machine to read the expressions. Today you are looking little nervous. What's there? Don't do maths today. Today is a good time to do the fine arts. Come, we'll do some painting. We'll do some drawing. Who's doing this? Your mama. Your mama is at job. Your papa is on laptop. Today, each and every family member is a earning member. Then only you could get a good schooling, good college, good facilities, ACs, laptops. Both hands are earning. When both hands are earning, and you already put your grandparents on the top floor because your son and daughter is preparing for his examination. Preparation, don't disturb him. Who is going to be support you? Then this kind of tools are going to become in picture. Although what the grandparents can do, nobody can do. They are the best mentors on this earth. The grandparents. Best mentors, not teacher. Teacher can be anyone. Teacher can be parents, teacher can be teacher itself. Mentors. Because they have seen the two generations growth and they can tell that very much good and bad. Of course, they may not be tech savvy, which you're supposed to be get, but they have the value savvy, and values are equally important than technology. Human values, family values, and of course, national values. So personalized training, which is employment of the hyper personalized concept, because in every class, as per your NEP, or as per your NAC or NBA, slow learners, fast learners, and then true learners. What to do with the slow learner? He's not listening me. He's taking so much time to make a notes. Can you stop? No, you can't hold it. He needs extra time after the class, but you can't hold it. Let Alexa, let AI to be hold and speak slowly. Have you written this line? Write this line. End of the day, he is match going to the ordinary learners. And what about the fast learners? Are sir, why you're repeating this content? Why you're revising? Give me more. Dil mange more. I need more, because he's a fast learner. He's going to be maybe a rocket science tomorrow. So for that, again, AI help. Oh, you want more content? Go to Coursera, go to edX and see the next version of this teaching. Amazing, sir. Yesterday I could see what you have taught me. That was a one level. I learned the new level. Oh, very good. Give a lecture to others. So how to engage in a class, 60 of class, fast learners, slow learners, and ordinary learners without personalized learning, it's not feasible. Otherwise, you will not get, as per NEP model, how to sabka saath, sabka vikas. We can't make it possible. So voice assistants are amazingly doing, which I already have discussed. I'm not going to touch this topic again. Helping teachers in their administrative task. What I'm talking about this AI, you have to do so many analytics, statistics. Quiz mein kitna marks aaya, what they got in assignment, what they got in minor 1 or in MSTs, MST2, MST3. One teacher is becoming a clerk nowadays. Less teacher, more clerk. We have to do so much documentation whenever the UGC visit happens, whenever the any ranking visit happens, or maybe accreditation visit. 600 pages SSR on an average. If you are applying for NAC, 600 pages, because I'm advisor to many universities. That's why I know how to be difficult to be create SSR. I'm talking about the NAC point of view. What this page is coming, You have to not only give your content, like when you published a paper, when you written a book, when you written a chapter, also about your classes of last 5 years you have taken. I don't remember even a timetable of last semester. You are asking me the 5 years content, what I've taught in the class, and with the mapping of CO and POs, who will do this? AI will do. You bring the ERPI enabled, it is going to do. Otherwise, teacher is not teacher, is just clerk only. And don't expect that the teacher is teaching in a class, he will give an Excel sheet and he's sitting on the Excel sheet every day. He's filling the part only. So that's why the presentation translator, free PowerPoint plugins, I don't make the new templates. My AI makes a templates for me. They know my taste. Okay, today you want to teach something in AI, the automatically the pictorial pictures from the database they are bringing, animation they are bringing, font they are bringing, background of the color they are bringing, because they know my taste. When I'm teaching something in a life skills, because I do give different lectures in different area, like positive thinking, critical thinking, then this kind of PPT will not work now. The other kind of design should come. The soothing, I need some sloka of Gita, I need some sloka of Ramayana. So who will help me? I don't know the Sanskrit, but I want sloka to teach to my learners. So then AI will help, because AI understand what area I'm working and what kind of content I'm looking for on the Google. Simply, it's a Google Baba. But how to search? Searching for 3 days for one sloka, it is going to be a big time, you have to invest. So better ask your Alexa, ask your AI to help you a lot. But certain challenges are again with you. Keeping in touch each student will stressful for a teacher. Yes, today not more than 60% are attending my classes today online. Somebody says, sir, power failure, internet नहीं चल रहा था, पापा को हॉस्पिटल लेके जाना था, आज वैक्सीनेशन था, blah 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 blah. Guiding parents on behalf of their children online performance is really hard. Moving forward to latest technology to be expensive, you have to buy something, you have to buy laptops, this what I'm talking. It's costing. End of the day, it's costing. And some of the private institutions, they're cutting the salaries of the private teachers, although it's unethical, but it's happening in my country. So teacher might not know what their students like, if you do not know their psychology, how you can fetch them, how you can feed them. You should know the psychology. These are the challenges. And of course, challenges always comes when the new opportunities comes. It comes with the challenges only. So the future classroom is going to be full of technology, innovation. And of course, if you bring less technology, we will manage. But don't come in a class without happiness. If you are missing the happiness index in the class, you are not a teacher. I'm sorry, neither you are a digital teacher, neither you are a chalk and duster teacher. Without happiness, no teaching will take place. So please be happy first, then come to the class. And only my one message to all my participants: technology will not replace you, gentlemen. But teachers who use technology will definitely replace you in coming days. So please be in touch with the technology and do this. With this, I just concluded within a well in time, which was allotted to me. Now it is open to question answers.